Derek was my uncle on my mother's side of the family. I was quite close to Derek. Derek wasn't married, he didn't have any children of his own. So I used to visit quite a lot, particularly when I was younger with my mum. Derek, we believe, was exposed through work. Derek worked in the building industry for most of his life, most of his working life. And he used to do, in the course of his job, he was a labourer, so he used to be sort of cleaning, tidying the site, disposing of materials and so on. And obviously, that's where we believe that he picked up, asbestos during his working life. The conditions that he used to work in, it was on site. Generally, he would be cleaning up after trades like joiners, plasterers, artexers, potentially in confined spaces, in small rooms, sometimes not always well ventilated. Derek eventually, when he passed away, we didn't realise at the time, but when he passed away, we then realised after the coroner's report that he died as a result of mesothelioma. Prior to that, he suffered with his breathing, which significantly deteriorated over the latter part of his life. And he used to be out of breath quite a lot, which was hard because he was very active. He was always out walking with his dog, he loved to go out. And it got increasingly harder for him as time went on. Well, initially we did approach quite a well-known group of solicitors because we were made aware that potentially we could make a claim on the family's behalf. We were actually told that we didn't have any grounds for a claim, and we'd actually left it too late. We then later saw an advertisement in a local newspaper for dedicated accident solicitors, and we thought, well, we'll give it a try. John came to see us, had a good chat with us. We explained everything that had happened. Contrary to what we'd been told previously, John thought we did have a case, and he thought it was quite a strong case. So John explained what the situation was, what was involved, and what would be required. So yeah, very pleased, and the compensation that we received helped greatly for the family. It really helped both Derek's sisters and Margaret. A time when that level of compensation would come in very handy for them. Based on my experience with dealing with John, I had no hesitation of recommending John because he's so approachable. He breaks everything down so you can understand exactly what's going on at each stage of the process, and he was just a lovely guy to deal with.
I am John Dass, the Director of Dedicated Accident Solicitors and one of only 32 solicitors in the UK with national accreditation as an asbestos disease specialist granted by the Association of Personal Injury Lawyers. Asbestos is the number one killer of workmen in the UK. You may be interested to know that asbestos-related deaths account for more than double the amount of people who are killed in road traffic accidents in the UK every year. Derek Naylor worked as a general labourer for Sheffield building companies in the early 1960s, and he was exposed to asbestos when he worked in close vicinity to joiners who were sawing asbestos boards. Regrettably, Derek is no longer with us, and the family initially faced an uphill struggle because they were turned away by a national firm of solicitors. However, they tell me that the compensation that they received has enabled them to achieve some peace and comfort.